I'm George Ryland. This is BFBS, the Forces Station, and I've got a very special guest today. He's a former soldier, now TV personality on Channel 4's Hunted and Celebrity Hunted, an award-winning adventurer and international best-selling author. It's quite a list. It's impressive. And he's off on a world-first expedition this year. Wylie MBE joins me on the show. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for the very kind introduction there.
You've been a busy man since you left the forces. Tell us about some of your adventures, because they are incredible.
I just love being in the great outdoors, and for me, if you can go and have some fun by doing an adventure, but do it in aid of a good cause, what's not to love? Everyone's a winner. It's more about the why than the what we do. To be able to work as a volunteer with cadets across the nation is a great privilege, and to be one of the national ambassadors is a great honour. So for me, I'm just trying to tell as many people about this incredible organisation as possible, shout from the rooftops, and hopefully try and inspire some young people on the journey.
So tell us about this once-in-a-lifetime adventure then, because there is a lot. It's a big, big one.
Yeah, it's an amazing adventure. I'm going to be heading to Antarctica later this year in December, and I'm going to try and take on a series of pristine, unclimbed peaks, so mountains that no human has ever stepped foot on the summit of before. Extreme cold weather environment, with Antarctica being the coldest, windiest, highest and driest. It's a place of extremes. I want to raise as much money and as awareness for the Army Cadet Charitable Trust, ACT UK, as possible.
So put that into context for those of us like me who have no idea about climbing in any way. How much more dangerous, how much tougher is it when you come to an unclimbed peak like this?
It's going into the unknown. So the peaks on Antarctica, they're certainly not of the height and scale of what we would find in somewhere like the Himalayas, where Mount Everest is, of course. But what we're doing is we're going to trailblaze in many ways, pioneering, because nobody's been there.
And you literally have a little flag ready to pop on the peak and claim it. Is that a thing?
Yeah, we'll probably have a couple of flags, because it's not cheap to go to these places and you need a lot of sponsorship. So probably be holding quite a few flags. But the most important ones will be my headline partner, Dyno-Rod, the UK's leading plumbing and drainage service provider, and also the Army Cadet Charitable Trust. I've got some amazing sponsors and partners like Bremen Watches, the Birchman Group, and keen to get lots of others involved as well.
And how long will you be there? How long do you think all this is going to take?
So I'm probably going to head out around Christmas time this year. I would imagine I'll be most of January probably down there in the south. Got lots of training to do this year as well. So in the next couple of months, I'll be in places like Sweden and Norway, sort of refining those cold weather skills, polar survival skills, learning how to climb, learning the equipment I need to be using, learning how to put on my tent in the cold and feeding myself and all those sorts of things. I'm not a climber by trade. I've not done a lot of climbing, but that's why it's exciting to go and learn a new skill as well. I really believe that you can do anything, you can achieve anything if you're prepared to put in the hard yards. And it's the same message that I would give to any young people or cadets out there. You got to back yourself and believe in yourself if you want to convince the rest of the world to take a gamble on you.
So you've got some work to do to get ready for this, but you're not going to do it on your own, are you? Because this isn't the kind of thing you can do solo. I know you've got a polar expert going with you.
Yeah, so I'm working with a team from Shackleton. They are experts in polar exploration, and they make the kit, prepare the logistics and do all that sort of stuff. So they'll be helping me get best prepared as possible, get in shape and all that stuff.
Now, all of this makes you the perfect national ambassador. Talk cadets to us.
Well, Cadets is the nation's best kept secret. It's a youth organisation primarily that's built on fun, friendship, action, adventure. We live and breathe the same core values that the British Army live by: the courage, respect for others, integrity, loyalty, discipline, selfless commitment. As Cadet Force adult volunteers, we're trying our best to give young people opportunities that will change their lives and give them skills that will equip them for the rest of their lives. It's the most incredible family, the incredible organisation. I'm very proud to shout from the rooftops, as hopefully you can tell about it, because it is just magical, and I can't sing its praises enough. And not only that for the cadets, but also for the Cadet Force adult volunteers. They are incredible, selfless people who are volunteering their time Tuesday night, Thursday night, weekends. They're choosing to go out there and try and inspire the next generation, and huge respect to them, because they're literally what make the organisation keep turning and moving. Just this week, I met a group of cadets, and over the last year, some have been to Canada, some have been to India, some have been on football tours in Europe, some have been jumping out of planes in the UK. A lot of young people never get those sorts of opportunities, so it's amazing to be part of. Very, very proud.
You've sold it very well, I have to say. Where can people find out more?
Yeah, you can visit the Army Cadets website. We're all across social media. Or if you go to my website, jordanwiley.org, you'll find lots of links to the cadets.
And before I let you go, because I'm sure you've got some training to do, tell us about your book, Future Proof.
It's more of a passion project, really. It was something that's been in my head for quite a few years, and I really wanted to do something with the core values that we've just been talking about. And I always say to young people, and to adults as well, that the core values that we have are the best decision-making tool that we have in life, because they sort of teach us right from wrong. They allow us to pull ourselves back on track if we're slipping a bit. They're a bit of a guiding compass that keep us on the straight and narrow. That's what I did with Future Proof. I wanted to share all the lessons, the successes, but also the mistakes that I've made, because I've certainly been no angel. Was a little tear away from Blackpool once upon a time. Even as an adult, I've made lots of mistakes. I get things wrong. But I think taking responsibility for things you've got wrong is a really important part of your growth and development as a human. It's a gift to the Army Cadets to say, you're not going to get everything right, but you got to give everything a go and back yourself and do your best and keep moving forward. And that's what's important. So that's what Future Proof is really all about. And if you buy it from the Army Cadet Charitable Trust, all the money and the profits go direct to the charity, which is great stuff.
And one day it could be you with that flag somewhere no one has ever stepped foot before.
It's a pleasure to speak to you guys as always. BFBS doing amazing work around the forces world, and we're grateful at the Cadets for your support. So thank you so much.